And a good brunch time, and welcome to Woodstock Academy. The Alumni Fieldhouse is where we are. Mark Allard and Greg Smith along with you on this Saturday afternoon for the first of not one.
Not one.
That'd be too easy.
Too easy.
Not two.
Not two.
That'd be, well, that's a little bit more difficult.
A little bit more difficult, but we're setting goals.
We are. We're going to do 3 games today.
Games.
3 games today we're going to be broadcasting for you, and we start with the Woodstock Academy girls taking on the Windham Whippets here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. The first girls basketball game of the season, and it's February 20th.
Well, that's okay, because we're in the gym, they're wearing uniforms, there's another team, there's referees, and we're going to get to play. These kids, for the seniors, they're going to get to play this beautiful game at least for a while. And just getting one game in, some of us didn't think that was going to happen.
Correct.
But it is.
It is going to happen. So we're going to get the first game in. Then we're going to have 2 prep basketball games for you. The Gold and Blue taking on South Kent School. We'll be with you this afternoon with those games as well. Had a chance to talk to the head coach of the Centaurs, Will Fleeton. He's coming up in just a moment.
This Lenten season, give up that so-called fish in your freezer. Instead, come to Grill 37 and enjoy fresh, hand-battered fish and chips. Join us every Friday evening from 4 to 6 from February 19th through the month of March for our Friday Fish and Chip Special. For only $12.99, you'll enjoy an amazing plate of wild-caught cod with fries, homemade coleslaw, and tartar sauce. Reserve your table today by calling Grill 37 at 860-315-5640 or enjoy at home by ordering to go. Check us out at grill37.com.
Welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs get the girls' basketball season underway with a game against the Whippets of Windham. Will Fleeton, the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, with us. And it's February 20th, Will.
It's a little different, but it's game day, right?
It's game day. First game day.
Right, it's opening night. I'm excited. I'm excited to be back in the gym finally. I'm really excited for the kids. I'm expecting to see some bright eyes. I'm saying bright eyes because I can't see the smiles on their faces. But I've kind of learned that you can tell a little bit by the eyes if they're smiling or not. So I kind of expect to see those bright eyes today.
Just good to give them the opportunity to get out and play, right?
No doubt. I mean, this is a tough time for us. So to have anything or anything that shows some sense of normalcy, I think is important for these guys. Like I said, it looks like they've embraced it as much as I have, and I think it's like the most important thing of the day today for them.
What have you seen so far in your 15 days or 16 days of practice?
To be honest, it's been more like coming together and happiness. I think the late start made them a little bit more eager to get out. So I think overall, I think we're starting to build as a team pretty quickly. It looks like they're looking out for each other. They're supporting each other. They're pushing each other to get the most out of each other. So I think it may be February, but it almost feels like February team-wise. Like they're coming together so quickly. Like this is the kind of thing you have that you hope for headed into the playoffs or something like that, where your team starts to really. I can kind of see that happening here these last few days of last week.
You have lost a few people from last year's team. Katie Papp is gone, Kayla Gudrow's gone, Haley Saracena, Rachel Lambert. I think I got everybody. But do you bring back a nucleus, do you feel?
I have a good core group of kids that were in the program, so that always matters. And I think it's high school, so the turnaround is normal. I mean, I think that's how it goes. You have to try to fill those big shoes that are left open. And we're looking forward to that challenge.
And, obviously it's just a 10-game season, regional tournament at the end. The goals are different this year.
The goals are different on the aspect of, like, I want them to have fun. I mean, I think that's what we're here for the most part. That's the number one goal. I want them to enjoy themselves, enjoy those moments, create some memories that are positive for my seniors. And that's it, really. I think everything else will take care of itself. I think like I said, they're eager to learn. It looks like they're eager to be together. They're eager to practice hard. I guess we get to see today if they're eager to play hard. Right?
And today is a game that's going to be not easy. Windham was 13-11 last year, one of the better teams in Division II of the ECC. They've got some answers.
Oh, I'm sure they're a talented bunch, but I'm also sure they feel the same way. They've been sitting around, itching and waiting to play, and this is their first game, I believe, too. So I kind of expect to see those same bright eyes on their side.
A lot of bright eyes today. Smiles may be harder to discern. Woodstock Academy head coach Will Fleeton will be back with a tip-off to this one. Woodstock versus Windham right after this. And we're going to be right back here at Woodstock Academy as we're set for the opening lineups. Let's turn it over to Woodstock Academy Athletic Director, Mr. Sean Saucier.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our broadcast audience to today's Eastern Connecticut Conference basketball matchup, featuring the Whippets from Windham High School and your hometown Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Let's meet the starting lineups for this afternoon's game. First, the visitors from Windham. At forward, number 3, Ainsley Dupuis. At guard, number 11, Addie Gonzalez. At guard, number 22, Sienna Ortiz. At center, number 32, Haley Cruz. And at forward, number 33, Alyssa Figueroa. The Whippets are coached by Mr. Drew Gonzalez. And now, the starting lineup for your Centaurs. A senior guard, number 1, Alexa Peachy. A senior guard, number 4, Peyton Saracena. A senior forward, number 15, Caitlin Berlin. A junior forward, number 33, Arissa Boardman. And a sophomore forward, number 13, Alex Cloutier. The Centaurs are coached by Mr. Will Fleeton. At this time, I ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Our national anthem here at the Alumni Fieldhouse as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, 7-14 a year ago, get ready to take on the Windham Whippets, who were 13-11 a year ago, I should say.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're here and we're playing games.
Absolutely.
And, you know, you don't have a book on this team.
Nope.
You know what Windham's done in the past. You know some of their personnel. Same with Woodstock. They know some of Woodstock. But this opening season, this elongated break, was anybody in shape coming in?
Good question.
Right. We don't know. In talking to some of the girls in the program, they said when they came back in for the first day of practice, it felt like starting when you were 6 years old, because you haven't played in so long. They didn't play summer. They didn't play AAU. So it's been a long time.
And set to tip it off, Haley Cruz and Arissa Boardman for Woodstock, or Windham and Woodstock respectively. Boardman wins the tip, gets it over to Peyton Saracena, the 5'4 senior guard. Up at the top of the key, Alexa Peachy over on the right wing. Back to Saracena at the top.
Windham comes out in a 2-3 zone.
Saraceno looking to dribble around. Number 22, Sienna Ortiz, gets it into Berlin. Up at the free throw line, the 15-footer for Boardman. Turnaround J is good.
And that's what Arissa needs to do. Against the zone, you need to get inside touches to collapse the zone. It opens everything up.
2-0 in favor of the Centaurs after the Boardman basket. Wyndham with the basketball now as Sienna Ortiz takes it for the Whippets. Gives it over to number 3, Ainsley Dupuis, knocked out of bounds. He'll be off of Woodstock Academy. I think Peyton Saraceno last touched it. Go back over to Wyndham.
And Woodstock, Will Fleeton's team, characteristically is playing that aggressive man-to-man. Pesci almost had the steal on the wing, which would have triggered a fast break.
In case you haven't figured it out, Woodstock Academy in the white with the gold and blue trim. Wyndham comes out in the maroon and white. Jumper is no good for Dupuis. I'm sorry, I'm surprised. I don't hear anything from my friend over here. Alexa Cloutier on the rebound.
And
But maroon and white anyway.
It's a terrible color combination.
Boardman's jumper just inside the arc is no good.
And you throw blue in there, it's even worse.
Berlin inside, got it, lost the ball. Cloutier picked up the loose ball, put it back up, no good. Rebound comes down to Figueroa. We're going the other way. Figueroa gives it up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez looks to go baseline, stopped by Berlin. Back out to Figueroa.
Well, Woodstock definitely has the height advantage. You see Arissa Boardman, 5'9", 5'10", playing 33. That's Figueroa. She might be 5'4".
Well, she goes anyway at 5'3".
Yeah.
That's what they say she is anyway. A foul called underneath. That one will be the first on the Centaurs. I did not pick it up who it was against. It was against number 4, Peyton Saraceno. That is her first.
And that they can't have.
No. With the basketball, Wyndham jumper from 3 is up and good for Addie Gonzalez, number 11 on the jumper. And a 3-2 lead for the Whippets. And a steal right up on top. Here's a jumper just outside the arc, falls short for Ortiz, goes out of bounds to go back over to the Centaurs after the steal. Well, this is, I think Woodstock has got a little bit of first game jitters going here.
Right, and we got a 2-2-1
press going.
3/4 court press.
That's not easy to get against right away.
Right.
Alexa Pesci gives it up to Berlin. They break the press with Boardman over on the right side. Dribbles down the floor. May have traveled. Nope.
3 seconds.
3-second violation.
I think it was on Berlin. But that was perfect. That was a perfect way to break the 2-2-1. You have to get the ball in the middle. It's like collapsing the zone.
With the basketball, Figueroa, the junior guard, forward. She brings it over the timeline. Boardman meets her out up on top. That's, like you say, an interesting matchup. They have Haley Cruz, who's also 5'9", well outside. Wow. Just a three-pointer from downtown. Well, that was over by Sweet Ems, to be honest. Missed the jumper, goes out of bounds, so go back over to Wyndham.
I had flashbacks to, what was that kid, Vasquez?
Yes.
Vasquez?
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
That was a flashback.
Yeah, he would just get inside the volleyball line and let it fly.
Figueroa dumps it down inside. Missing on the shot was Dupuis. It goes out of bounds back over to the Centaurs.
Well, Centaurs have to own the glass. With this height advantage, they can't allow Wyndham to get a sniff.
Right now, they're just having problems getting the ball down and getting into the offense is what the problem seems to be. Pesci now has Boardman to this left side, thrown to Berlin, but knocked away from Berlin, and a foul on the over here.
Boardman.
I think it was Arissa reaching in, and it was.
Yep. That was frustration foul.
First on Arissa, second on the team. Addie Gonzalez, 5'3" junior, taking it out right in front of us for the Whippets. Berlin will guard the inbounds pass. She gets it into Figueroa. Dribbles through the logo. Looks over at Coach Drew Gonzalez. Brings it back to the left side. Or right side, I should say. The other left. Gonzalez looked to drive the lane toss. Tried to toss in. Knocked away nicely by the Centaurs. Getting a hand on it with Saraceno, which is normal. Saraceno last year had 17 steals.
Good help with Saraceno coming down the lane to help with that. And I'm really impressed with the way Woodstock's moving on defense. Cloutier
comes out of the ball game. Into the ball game comes number 25, Ellie Nunez. There's a jumper inside, missed. Rebound comes down to Pesci. Pesci brings it down the floor. Pesci gives it up to Boardman. 3, no. Deep far side rim. Rebound Saraceno. Gets it over to Pesci, just inside the arc. Tosses it over to Berlin. Berlin, nice dribble around Figueroa. Puts it up off the backboard, and the foul will be called on Cruz. Number 32, Haley Cruz, likely to pick up the first, and the first on Wyndham. First on Wyndham this season, for that matter. 3-2 lead of the Whippets.
what we need to point out is that the Windham bench is not deep. There's a lot of players over there from their JV team that played a hard-fought victory against Woodstock a couple of minutes ago. But foul trouble will be really daunting for the Whippets.
Berlin, who averaged 4 points a game a year ago, hits the free throw. Second one on the way to give the Centaurs the lead. Hits the front side of the rim. And the basketball down to Windham. Gonzalez dribbles through. Tries to get around Berlin. Gives it up to Cruz. Cruz stuck on the outside. Gives it up quickly. Goes over to Ortiz to Figueroa. Figueroa is acting as really the point guard out here. She has been listed as a small forward. That's Ortiz with the basketball. Back over to Figueroa. Looks to go around Boardman. Drives baseline. Puts it up against Pesci. No good. Got her own rebound. Tosses it back out to Dupuis. Dupuis' jumper is off the backside. Gets her own rebound again. Gives it up to Figueroa. She'll toss it inside. Should have probably gone outside with it. Went off of Cruz and out of bounds. I think she would have had better luck had she looked at Gonzalez outside than Cruz inside.
Ellie Nunes came into the game, did a nice job getting a hand in the passing lane and knocked it off Cruz.
But a couple offensive boards there for Windham.
Right.
Saracena throws it down the floor, tried to get it to Nunes, cannot. It's picked off. Picked up by Dupuis, up to head to Ortiz. Ortiz left side, Figueroa stops, goes around Saracena. The foul on Peyton. That'll be her second.
That hurts.
Yes, it does. So slated to come in was Layla McKinnon. She might be coming in now for Saracena. They may have a rethink here because that's the second foul on Peyton Saracena. And Figueroa to the free throw line. And Figueroa's first is good. She'll get one more attempt here. No, Saracena will stay out. Nope, she'll go in. No, she will stay out. I thought she was. Berlin will come in instead. So Will Fleeton likes to play.
That's a lot of confidence in your seniors.
Likes to play the chances. Misses the second. Rebound comes down to Nunes. Up ahead to Boardman. Boardman spins around up on top. Also in the ball game is number 20, Skyline Busanet for Windham. This is Saracena cross court. Nunes watches it go. I think in this one, a little bit guilty of watching the defense as opposed to the ball, and it went out of bounds.
Yeah,
back over to Windham.
24, McKinnon, just, you get a little shaky. It's first experience.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It wasn't Nunes. It was McKinnon. You are correct. With the basketball is Busanet. Busanet goes over to Cruz.
Get on the floor.
And there's the basketball popping on out of there to Addie Gonzalez. Gonzalez left-hand dribble, puts up the runner. It's no good, in and out. Rebound comes down to Cruz. Cruz using that left arm to fend off, gives it to Figueroa against Boardman. Kick back out. This is Gonzalez from three. He got it. Actually, not Gonzalez, number 20, Busanet on the three-pointer.
That's Gonzalez's second three of the game.
No, Busanet.
That was Busanet?
Yep.
Thank you.
7-3 in favor of Windham. Second three for Windham. This is McKinnon. Tried to dribble through and traveled.
Well, without Saracena in the game right now, Woodstock's lacking that calming presence.
Correct. As coming in for her was Sadie Susi.
Coach Fleeton takes a timeout.
And we'll take a timeout as well with the score. Windham up ahead right now on top of the Centaurs by a score of 7-3.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And you may recognize that voice.
Oh, yes, I do.
Pat O'Brien,
Yes,
O'Brien
sir.
Financial Advisors, our newest sponsor here on our broadcasts.
And great human being, great supporter of all youth activities in the area. He's aces. Going all the way back to, I was just looking at his name over there.
Yeah, you were, weren't you?
First 1,000-point scorer.
First 1,000-point scorer in the history of the school.
Yep.
Back in 1997?
Yes.
I got that right?
Yes.
So big time situation there for Pat O'Brien, and helping out now his school once again by helping us bring you these basketball games. Not one. Not two, but three this afternoon.
And Pat wouldn't recognize this floor. The floor that Pat played on was a little different than
a little bit gold and blue.
That was mustard.
Okay, I'll agree. 3:08 left here to go in the first quarter. Windham up 7-3 with the basketball as Gonzalez looked to toss it in. Got it in somehow to Busanet. Picked up by Cruz. Pops back out. Busanet picked up again. Figueroa with the basketball now. Figueroa looks to kick it back out. Gets in trouble there. Looks back out to Busanet.
Woodstock's playing some great defense.
And we have a foul up top.
There's a hold on 24.
Yep. Was it on? Yeah, it was on McKinnon, or was it Nunes?
I think it's McKinnon on top on the screen.
Yep, it was. Nope,
McKinnon
it was.
tried to rip her way through a screen.
So McKinnon gets the first foul, fourth on the Centaurs. Busanet with the basketball. Busanet over on the left side. Cruz in the corner, almost stolen away by Nunes. Given back over to jumper by Gonzalez is good. Addie Gonzalez on the J.
Gonzalez showing a range and versatility.
9-3 in favor of Windham. Boardman with the basketball over on the right side. Jumper is up and off the front side of the rim for Sadie Susi. Picked up on the rebound by Ortiz. Sienna Ortiz dribbles by Pishi with the right hand. Puts up the layup coast to coast for Ortiz. Got the rebound and decided I'm going all the way.
Right.
11-3.
Right into their trap.
Exactly. This is McKinnon with the basketball. McKinnon over in the corner, gives it up to Susi. Susi just inside the arc from about 18. No good. Rebound actually goes out of bounds. Back over to the Whippets.
Berlin's coming back in the game for Woodstock.
They're going to probably need Saracena pretty quickly. They need something to settle. But with 2 minutes still left to go here in the first quarter, 2 fouls, that's dicey.
Right.
That is dicey. She is standing up on the sideline. I think that's just to kind of keep limber. Ready to check in also as Cloutier again.
Peyton can't sit down. Are you kidding?
Busanet inside to Ortiz. Missed it, got her own rebound. Back out. Kicks it to Busanet. Busanet with the right-hand dribble over to the right side of the lane to Figueroa. Back to Addie Gonzalez. Gonzalez kicks it back out to Ortiz. Wyndham's being pretty patient at times, too.
Yep.
Busanet with the basketball in the logo. Brings it back out. Looks to the corner. Now tries to, nice slice, so got her through. Put it up and in, no good. She put it right up, got a wide open lane that was created for her and took advantage. Couldn't put it down, though. Susi with the basketball to Boardman. Boardman's jumper from 3, no good. Rebound to Cruz, skying up there to get it. Ortiz brings it down the floor. Looked back, she thought right behind her was Gonzalez. Gonzalez had retreated but got to the basketball. Back to Ortiz, her 3 is no good. Rebound, Boardman fights for it, bounce pass quickly out. McKinnon up ahead, this is to Berlin. Her layup is no good. Rebound comes down to Cruz.
Painful.
Yeah.
That one hurt.
Back comes Busanet. Layups, you got to get them down. Busanet. Oh, knocked down nicely by Pishi. Loose ball picked up by Boardman. Boardman up ahead to Berlin. And you're right.
Well, Mark, Arissa Boardman on defense 2 times in one defensive set. Got the block. She got 2 blocks, and she did it perfectly. She didn't swat at the ball. She didn't come over the top. That's when fouls are called.
Correct.
She used her length and just put her hand straight up and forced them to shoot over her and just got a touch. That's all you want, because then you get the rebound. And she did both times.
11-3 in favor of the Whippets as Busanet brings it up with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. As they give it up to Ortiz and Busanet, they'll play catch in the backcourt. Now they have 10 seconds to go. They have to get something going if they're going to try to get the final shot off. Ortiz again trying to set up that lane again. Ortiz this time cuts through from the base, from the free throw line, no good. Rebound underneath, and was there a foul? No foul. And the ball goes out of bounds as the quarter comes to a close. Windham right now taking advantage of a lot of things, and they lead the Centaurs 11-3.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Connecticut. In almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference and the Connecticut Association of Athletic Directors, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse, 11-3 in favor of the Windham Whippets over the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Game number 1 of the season for both of these teams. Some teams started about a week ago. Most of them down south. Most of the ones up north are just starting this weekend. Most of them due to pandemic protocol.
Right. Well, Mark, Windham is a very, very right-handed team. You've seen them a number of times take the ball all the way to the left-hand side of the court and then drive to the right hands. Woodstock's got to Coach Fleeton's got to make sure that he knows this to cut off that right-handed drive. Everybody tips what they like to. There it is again.
Busenet's jumper from the free throw line is no good. Rebound. It comes down to Susie. Susie to Pishi.
Make teams do what they don't want to do.
And that time they did do a nice job of cutting off the right, forced her into the middle. She took the jumper from the free throw line. Here's Boardman underneath with the right hand, puts it up and home.
That's what they can't stop. They cannot stop Arissa Boardman down low.
11-5. She just has to get there. And the other problem with that is they are not really being patient on offense. Figueroa almost had that knocked away by Boardman, gets the ball back. And again on that far left side, this is Busenet.
And there she goes.
Yep, she'll bring it over to the left. Gives it to Figueroa. Figueroa tries to go to the right. Gets stopped this time.
Switch.
Nice job by Alex Cloutier. Here's a jumper from Busenet that's no good, but rebound again offensively inside for Dupuis. Tried to get it back out to Busenet. It eluded her hand and out of bounds. Back over to the Centaurs.
Mark, you want to comment on Alexa Pishi's mask? Did you see that?
I did not see it.
It's a skull.
Is it a skull?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not really looking at the masks.
If you know her, that's not her, but it is her.
Sadie Susi with the basketball. It's kind of funny what Will Fleeton said about the mask. He says, I can see them smile. Well, really, I can't.
Right.
A foul underneath will go against this.
Push.
It should be Dupuis, number 3, if I'm correct. Nope, not number 3. Number 32, maybe? Cruz? Have to wait and see it on the board because it was underneath. It's the second foul on Windham. 33, Figueroa. So,
32.
Yep, 32, it is Cruz, because that was more important. That's her second foul. So she remains in the game. Peyton Saracena is out there as well, and she has 2 infractions already. This is Saracena on the right side, Susi. Gonzalez reached in, then he called for it. Susi inside the free throw line, jumper, no good. Rebound, Cruz. Over to Ortiz, will bring it the other way. 6-point lead for the Whippets as we go down with Gonzalez along the baseline. Runner, no good. Rebound, Saracena. Quickly up ahead to Susi. Can she catch up to it? She does. Runner on the layup and rolled in.
Nice.
Took a while, but got there. 4-point run here. Make it an 11-7 game in favor of Windham.
That's why Will Fleeton likes that man offense. It turns up the intensity of the game. It turns up the pace.
But they have to when they get breakaways like that, they got to get them.
Yep.
And that hasn't been guaranteed so far today. Jumper from the free throw line is no good, just off the elbow, actually. Dupuis went and got the rebound, but was out of bounds when she did. And it'll go back over to the Centaurs.
Good call by Mr. Vitale.
Yep, Peter Vitale is out there along with Matt Dezonia, and we have a timeout call. Actually, this might be I think it's a timeout. It's not a mask timeout, but we'll take a timeout as well with the score 11-7 in favor of Windham.
Fresh. That's the thought that goes into everything that Grill 37 serves. Grill 37 takes pride in every step of bringing a delicious meal to your dinner plate. All steaks are certified Angus beef, hand-cut in-house. Grill 37 takes the time to make all of its soups, stocks, sauces, and dressings by hand. Nothing comes from a can, and it's a difference you can taste. It's Grill 37, 37 Putnam Road in Pomfret. For reservations, call 860-315-5640.
And maybe remember, support your local restaurants for sure, like Grill 37 in this tough time. Everybody knows it's been a tough time, and hopefully things are getting better. But Grill 37 restaurant, 37 Putnam Road in Pomfret. They have a great crew over there. Saracena goes to Berlin, but the ball was knocked away. 2, 3, 4 players touched it. Gonzalez got it. Good ahead to Ortiz, and Ortiz puts down the basket. For Windham, 13-7 in favor of the Whippets.
And that's that 2-2-1 zone.
Saracena brings it down the floor. I like the way she had eyes up all the way down, but she really didn't have anyone to give it to. Cloutier was backing in, but she had somebody right on her. Susie to Boardman. Boardman can take that. She had a lot of three-pointers last year. One of the tops on the team, 11 of them a year ago. Saracena, a bounce pass to Berlin. Back over on the left side is Susie. Susie almost had it stripped away, has to give it up to Boardman from the free throw line. Jumper, no good. Rebound, Dupuis comes down with it and got hit as she did so by Cloutier. That'll be the first on Cloutier.
And the 5th on the team.
And underneath will be Gonzalez. Again, it's kind of odd. We don't have any fans in the stands. We're wearing masks on the floor.
It's kind of quiet in here.
It's kind of quiet. But it's still basketball on a Saturday afternoon. Foul called against Windham, I do believe. Was it Dupuis? Oh, was it Woodstock? It was against Woodstock.
And that's 4. That was
that Saracena? That's her 3rd. Oh, boy. That's not
still
good.
In the game.
Oh, my gosh. Not for long.
Yeah.
Checking in is Regan Reynolds, the freshman. She'll replace Saracena. Well, that adds a little bit of height.
Right.
Regan stands 5'8".
And very long.
Very long.
Arms.
Absolutely. Here's Gonzalez along the baseline, just trapped in the corner, up by Ortiz, and another foul. Is it Boardman?
I think it's Susie.
It is Susie. First on Sadie, the 5'4" junior. And to the free throw line will go Ortiz, 5'6" junior for Windham. Chance to add to the 6-point lead, and doesn't do so on the first one. We'll have one more attempt here. Also checking into the game for Windham is Aaliyah Boyd. Just a sophomore. Second free throw is no good. Rebound comes all the way out to Susie. Susie brings it down the floor, has to stop, pick it up, give it to Pishi. Pishi from 3. No.
There was a touch on that.
Was it a touch? Well, they didn't say it was.
Certainly sounded like there was.
Well, they say it wasn't. And thus they'll go back over to Windham. Pishi has had 17 threes a year ago for Pishi. Kayla Gudrow, who graduated, was the team leader with 31. Was also one of the top defensive players,
Absolutely.
Kayla Gudrow. With the basketball was Ortiz, lost it on the dribble, bounces through the lane, dived on, and a jump ball that will go over to Woodstock Academy.
I love it when players get on the floor.
Yep.
They get after it.
That ball just kind of scooted across the lane with no one touching it. Next thing you know, 2 players were on it. So Pishi will take it out, get it into Boardman.
You want to get it in the middle.
Boardman brings it down this left side. Boardman bounce pass to Berlin. Berlin back out. Pishi from 3. No, again, misses everything. Boardman touched it when she was on the line. Actually, it was the freshman Reynolds who touched it when she was on the line. And actually, Pishi's 3-pointers, I mean, they'd be good in the prep games coming up.
We were right on line for that. That was just short.
Yeah, just short and from beyond the college arc.
Way outside.
Yeah, it was beyond the college arc. Figueroa with the basketball. So she was about maybe 22 feet out, something along those lines.
It's a long shot. Here we go, going right.
Yep, you think? There's the screen and a moving screen, I think they will call on Aaliyah Boyd. As she kind of got in there and moved a little bit with it. That'll be her first and the team's 3rd.
Mask break.
Mask break, is it?
Yeah.
4 minutes. Yeah, it should be a mask break. So we have a mask break on the floor. We're going to keep it here for this one. We got used to it in hockey just in our first broadcast.
Yeah.
It took a minute to figure it out.
And congratulations to the boys team.
Absolutely. We brought that up for a good reason. They won last night, 2-1 against Tri-Town. Garen Favreau scoring the game winner in overtime.
Minute
27. Yep, minute 27 left in OT.
And I've got some announcements from a very happy mom, Mrs. Favreau. She's got announcements that I'll be doing
at
over
halftime. Jeter Darrigan scored the other goal, by the way. The sophomore scored his first of the season off an assist from Garen Favreau. So the 2-1 final. And guess what? They're playing again tonight against Northeastern, the Northeastern Shamrocks. That game being played out at the Bolton Ice Palace at 7:30 tonight. So good luck to the Centaurs out there in Bolton. Lots of things happening on this Saturday. So Saturday the way it should be. Sadie Susie bounce pass to Boardman, who missed it. Rebound comes down to Dupuy. A little hard, should we say, by Orissa. Up ahead to Ortiz.
Well, Windham went with the double right out of the...
And a foul up top by Susie.
That's going to be her second.
That was a forearm shiver.
And 8th on the team.
So it will be a shooting foul. Figueroa will be at the line with the 1-1.
She's 2 for 2 on the day.
Her first is up and rolled in and out. Rebound comes down to the freshman Reynolds. Over to Pesci. This is Susie on the right side. Back to Pesci up top. Regan Reynolds on the left wing. Dumps it to Pesci at the elbow, who tosses it back out to Berlin on the left corner. Down into the low post. Boardman spun on it, tried to get it, which was fronted by Boyd. Gives it back out. Reynolds, jumper from 3, the freshman. Her first varsity basket.
And we were here for it, Mark.
We were here for it.
I have a feeling it's not going to be her last.
Probably not. I like a freshman who has no fear.
No fear.
And that was no fear. 13-10 in favor of Windham after the three-pointer by Reynolds. That ball almost stolen by Reynolds. Very active up top. Here's Figueroa. Goes around the D. Puts it up. No good. Rebound. Fought for. Boardman had a tip. Got it back out to Reynolds. Ready to bring it down the floor. Why not? Will she do it again? No, she'll give it up. Over to Pesci. This is Susie. It also gives the team confidence in a freshman who will do something like that.
Absolutely.
Susie up into the elbow to Boardman. Bounce pass. Here's Reynolds from 3. Not this time. Dupuy picks up the loose ball. Never really touched the net or the rim or the anything. Up ahead is Figueroa. Jumper is up and good for Ortiz. She answers with a 3. So a 16-10 lead for Windham. Susie gets it over the timeline. Up ahead, Boardman has to retrieve that one. Thought about taking it, but was a little off balance. Here's Alexa Pesci. That's where she likes to shoot from. Back outside, Susie. Top of the key against Ortiz. At the free throw line is Berlin. Goes to her left, puts up the layup, and good. Well, a little bit more offensive confidence I'm seeing here from the Centaurs.
Well, Windham needs to realize that Caitlin Berlin is left-handed.
Yes.
Don't let her go left.
She may have just given that up.
Yeah, maybe.
She did miss a layup the other time, which was a right-handed layup. That may have been the problem. This is Dupuy with the basketball. Bounce pass to Sherrod. Nice job by Reynolds to dive and get it out of there as they were trying to get it to Addikins, or Ortiz, I should say, inside.
Well, Reynolds, you can do that when you've got confidence in your teammates to have your back. You can take chances like that.
And knocked it out of bounds and prevented any inside action. Ortiz back out to Figueroa against Susie. And a hold up top. That might be Susie again. And it is. That'll be her third, I think, is it not? Yes.
2 players with 3.
That's not good. 2 of them guards. You've got Saraceno already on the bench for 3. And now Susie, as Figueroa goes back to the free throw line. She's starting to make a living from there.
Still 1-1.
And this one is good. One more attempt for the Windham junior. And the free throw is up and good.
Nice touch.
Yeah, hits them both. 18-12. in the waning moments here of the first half. With the basketball, Susie, bounce pass knocked away from Berlin, picked up by Figueroa, picked up her dribble, now needs help but can't find it. He finally finds Dupuis, almost trapped in the backcourt there. Figueroa with the basketball inside the logo. A little weave up top for Windham. Figueroa will give it over to Boyd, who gives it back out to Ortiz. She'll shoot from three. This is Gonzalez using that right arm to fend off, puts up the layup, no good, but a foul. Might be on Reynolds. And it is. Regan Reynolds picks that one up, her first.
And we got to see her first foul.
Yeah, first foul, first three-pointer.
But that's 10 for the next minute and 8. Windham will have double bonus.
So Gonzalez to the free throw line. 5'3" junior misses the first. Their free throw shooting has been on and off.
Yep. Figueroa, very good. 4 for 5.
Nice. Gonzalez's second attempt is no good. Rebound Reynolds. It's tough. You don't want to jinx them at the line or whatever because they can hear everything you're saying in this gym right now. Boardman just outside the elbow. No good. Rebound Dupuis. Back over to Figueroa. Up ahead to Ortiz. Over the top of Reynolds. Goes around Pichi. No good on the shot. Rebound comes out to Susie. Susie will bring it down the floor. Goes right around Gonzalez. Tosses to Boardman. Near the sideline over there. Knocked away by Ortiz. One-on-one against Pichi. Ortiz goes to her left. Goes to her right. Goes out of bounds.
Dribbled it off her foot.
She did. Could not control it. Got a little bit out of control and then got a lot out of control. So it goes back over to the Centaurs as Boussinet checks back in, giving Ortiz a little rest.
And how about those shoes on Caitlin Berlin? Those are pretty cool.
The red, white, and blue variety?
You betcha.
This is Susie with the basketball. Susie cross court to Reynolds. Whoa! Yeah, Pichi was a little bit on the other side. It was right in front of us. Greg Smith saw it first. So a backcourt violation by the Centaurs. And Gonzalez will take it out right in front of us, gives it over to Boussinet. Final 30 seconds here of the first half.
You know, if I'm Windham, I'm going to hold it.
I would agree with that. Play the last shot. Set it up from the left, try to dribble to the right?
I didn't see the current this morning, but I don't think they've taken the shot clock out of high school girls basketball.
No, they haven't taken the shot clock out of any high school basketball. Gonzalez.
5.
3 seconds. Boussinet. 2 seconds, knocked away. Reynolds.
Great defense
Good
by Woodstock.
by Woodstock Academy. Absolutely, I'll agree with you there. We've played one half of basketball. The Whippets up at top of the Centaurs by the score of 18-12. We'll be back to the Alumni Fieldhouse in just a moment.
We saved you a seat. The Woodstock Academy has received a generous gift to replace the seats in our new Center for the Arts on South Campus. We're now selling individual seats to raise money for additional improvements throughout the center, and funds from purchased seats will go directly to this effort. Seats are $200 each and can be purchased in groups, making them a nice option for a family or as gifts. Each seat has the opportunity for custom recognition that will be displayed in the armrest. Seats can be purchased online at www.woodstockacademy.org/save-a-seat. That's www.woodstockacademy.org/save-a-seat. Each gift is tax deductible and seats can be dedicated as an individual, couple, or family, for your children, grandchildren, or parents, in memory of a loved one, with the name of your business, organization, or community group, or one of many other options. If you have questions, please contact me, John Sturdivant, at 860-928-6575, extension 1211.
My junior year, I took engineering and architecture, and I discovered an interest that I didn't know was there.
I feel comfortable trying new things here at Woodstock Academy because of all the opportunities my teachers have given me.
At the Woodstock Academy, students are empowered to explore their interests and discover new possibilities. We offer over 230 courses taught by highly qualified faculty, along with numerous activities, distinguished fine arts program, and competitive athletics. Learn more at woodstockacademy.org/future centaurs.
See you there.
See you there.
And we are here. So
see you here.
We'll see you here because we are at the Alumni Fieldhouse on this Saturday, the first of 3 broadcasts. I'm still trying to get my mind wrapped around this, and by the end of the third game, I probably will not have a mind left, so it's okay.
But the voice will be there. The voice.
I hope so.
Voice.
I hope so, that the voice will remain. Once in a while, it's kind of funny, but for those of you who have ever seen me at the Woodstock Fair, by Monday, that voice it doesn't exist anymore.
Gone, is it?
It's gone. And actually, I usually try to struggle through the Monday shows, so hopefully that will not be the case by the third game today. But an 18-12 lead for Windham over Woodstock Academy, and certainly it looks like a season opener, although I will say, it's two teams that are pretty close as far as talent is concerned, and
Absolutely.
it's really who executes better.
And right now, Windham's executing just a little bit better. Woodstock came out a little tentatively.
I think so,
tentatively.
Yes,
and
especially offensively.
Right, and in that second quarter, they woke up. I mean, they scored 9 in the second quarter, 3 in the first quarter, but 9 with 4 different players scoring. So that has to continue. We've got to get contributions from other places. It can't just be Arissa Boardman pounding the ball down low and having her go to a right hand. It's got to be
I would agree with that, but I'd also have to say, wouldn't you think that you have to get it to Boardman just a little bit more?
Oh, absolutely.
To make them respect that.
It makes the defense collapse. And
Right.
once the defense collapses, it opens up Reynolds from the outside. It opens up Pishi from the outside.
Correct.
So they have a chance. Now, what I want to see is more aggressive defense that leads to counterattacks, that leads to fast break points for Woodstock in the other direction. But this Windham team's pretty good.
This Windham team is not bad.
So if you take chances, you have to have people in position to have your back.
And from that point of view, we are at about 3 minutes left here in halftime. When we come
quick
back,
halftime. What?
Yeah, it is a quick halftime, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Well, I'll
is.
tell you what. Let's do it this way. Go to your announcements first, because we're on a quick halftime here.
Okay, here we go. From Miss Amy Favreau, on Monday, February 22nd, there will be a Zoom meeting for all Sending Town students planning on attending Woodstock Academy in the fall. The intended audience is all 8th grade students who are enrolled in the Sending Town middle schools or the surrounding private and parochial schools and plan on registering for the fall of 2021. Dave Wally, the Director of Guidance, will introduce the registration process to new centaurs and their parents. There will be a short presentation followed by time for questions and answers. Please go to woodstockacademy.org to obtain the Zoom login. All right, that's one.
That's one.
Second one, Miss Sarah Ziedzik. This is brilliant. She wants everyone to know that the Model UN, which is the dynasty
Yes.
of ladies gymnastics and Model UN.
Those are the two.
That's the two.
Absolutely.
Are working on the third straight Best Delegate Awards. They have 2 conferences left to go. The second one is Nationals. And, Mark, they're looking for a 3-peat at Nationals.
Wow.
Nationals.
Can we broadcast that?
I would love to. These kids are absolutely amazing. All right, and the last one, the Woodstock Academy is conducting on-campus tours. Register for your personalized tour today at woodstockacademy.org admissions/campus tours. For students outside of the sending towns of Woodstock, Brooklyn, Union, Eastford, Canterbury, and Pomfret are welcome to apply. woodstockacademy.org/admissions/apply. As always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to call. And the number is 860-928-6575, extension 1223, or email us at admissions@woodstockacademy.org. And if you call that phone number, you get to talk to 2 of the nicest people in the world, the guidance secretaries. I love me Miss Giamundo. I love me some Miss
Absolutely.
Giamundo.
Well, we're going to keep you busy today.
All right, here we go.
So let's do some halftime stats.
All right. For the Windham Whippets, they are led by Sienna Ortiz is 7 points. Addie Gonzalez has 4. Skyline Busanet.
Yes,
Busanet has 3. And Alyssa Figueroa has 4, all from the free throw line.
Wow.
For Woodstock Academy. They are led by Arissa Boardman's 4. Caitlin Berlin has 3. Sadie Susi has 2. And Reagan Reynolds has 3.
And we'd like to remind you the first of 3 broadcasts today coming up after this one at about 2:15-ish, 2:20-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs prep basketball teams take to the floor for only really a second time this year as they take on South Kent. We'll have, I do believe, it could change. I think it's the gold first and the blue second, but you never know. We'll wait.
Hey, we're going to cover whoever comes out on this floor.
Yeah, whoever comes out will be here,
Yep.
and then we'll be here for the whoever comes out for the next game. So 3 games in a row after probably starting around 2:20 on those second broadcasts. So we might get a little break in between games to kind of reset, as the saying goes. 18-12 in favor of Windham over Woodstock Academy as we get set here for third quarter play. Peter Vitale bringing the basketball over to Greg Smith so he can take the first shot of the second half.
No, he knows better than that. He knows he should be taking the shot.
Exactly. He used to take the shots.
Do you know how many baskets he made
I know.
in this gym?
I used to cover, remember?
Yeah.
I remember some of his exploits.
I remember too, and I didn't like him then. I like him now.
Better than you liked him then.
Very much now.
Better than you liked him then.
Oh.
Matt Zonia, the other official today, as well as
him too.
Yeah, he's
him
another
too.
one. He's another
I didn't
one.
like him either.
You didn't like him either, huh?
No.
Well, man, did you like anyone?
Well, our guys.
As we're set to go here with a 6-point lead for the ones who are donned in the maroon and white.
Nope. Terrible.
Figueroa.
And you throw blue in there, it's even worse.
Yeah, there's some blue in there, but not on these unis, I don't think. I don't see any blue on the unis. With the basketball is Ortiz, Figueroa, Gonzalez, Cruz, and Dupuy out there for the Whippets. It is Pishi, it is Boardman, it is Berlin. Jumper is up and good for Gonzalez. Was that a three-pointer? I think it was.
That could have been a 4. She was pretty deep on that one.
Well, I was too busy looking to see who was playing for us out there. 21-12 in favor of Windham. Bounce pass by Boardman, gets it right in.
What a pass, Arissa
nice
Boardman.
Job, gets it into Alex Cloutier for the basket.
That got Cloutier on the board for tonight. That's
21.
what I was saying at halftime. We need some more people to score.
21-14. Peyton Saracena also out there. Alexa Pishi out there. Cloutier, we mentioned. Boardman. Who am I missing? No. Peyton Saracena underneath, and that one is an easy two-pointer for Ortiz. She gets in between the D, and everybody missed her.
Well, Peyton Saracena can't be as aggressive as she usually is.
Ball was knocked away, picked up again. Boardman from just inside the three-point arc, rimmed in and out. Trying to get it was Berlin, fighting for it. They go to the ground. The ball will still remain with the Centaurs as she and Dupuy were tied up. And so go back over to Woodstock Academy. Alexa Pishi will take it out for the Centaurs. You are right. She is wearing a skull mask.
Yeah.
Pishi.
Got to get it in.
Yeah, she does. Gets it into Cloutier. Right along the sideline.
That was close.
To Berlin, to Saracena. Over to Pishi. Pishi with dribbles with that left hand. Inside the elbow is Boardman. Back out to Berlin. To Saracena. Quickly back in. Boardman. Back out. Berlin. Jumper just inside the arc. Rimmed in and out. Rebound comes down to Figueroa.
Mark,
that's one of those heartbreakers.
You could see Wilson below the rim.
You could. It was a heartbreaker.
Oh,
thrown away. Peyton Saracena, one of those steals that we talked about, and she throws it away. Little too quick trying to get it to Boardman. She probably could have brought a lot more up by herself.
Yeah.
And but
two more dribbles make the defense commit.
She saw Boardman ahead and really wanted to get it over there. I can understand. Reward the big girl for running the floor, right? Figueroa brings it down the floor. Figueroa gives it to Ortiz. Ortiz back out to Cruz. This is Dupuy. Ball was knocked away by Pishi. Dupuy has to retrieve. Knocked away from Gonzalez. Picked up by Cruz. Tied up in a foul. Will go against Woodstock. Yeah, he's going to call it. It'll go against number 15, Berlin.
Her first.
Yep. Centaurs had a bunch of them, double-digit fouls in the first half.
Yeah, that's team's first.
Susi and Saracena, the ones in the most trouble right now, both of them with 3.
I got to tell you, Mark, I love Caitlin Berlin's aggressiveness. She is everywhere. Like just fighting
Jumper
through
for
that screen.
Gonzalez, no good. Rebound Cruz, fighting with Cloutier. Cruz got it back, was blocked by Cloutier, and the foul against Cloutier will be a shooting foul. And it was Pishi, they say, who got her on the arm. I didn't see where Pishi played into that, but she must have, as they called it on Pishi.
Yeah.
So that is her first. And
no,
to
I
the
saw
free throw
Cloutier
line is Cruz. I saw Cloutier too.
Block.
Yeah. But that's the thing. We both saw the clean block, and then it was called because someone hit her on the arm from behind, which we did not see. Cruz at the free throw line. Little spinner up there. No good. One more attempt.
Form.
Yeah, did you like the way she spun it?
No.
At least that's what I saw. Like a little spin at the end there. Like that?
Yeah.
And
that's weird.
It bounces in. I mean, it is. But it works, I guess. No, at least 50% of the time. 24-14. Up ahead, Cloutier got it to Boardman. Fall away is no good.
Don't fall away.
Yeah, falling away too much on that one. Berlin picked off that one, puts it up, no good. Rebound, fought for, comes all the way out to Gonzalez. And Gonzalez will bring it the other way. Gonzalez goes over to Ortiz. Ortiz around Saracena, puts up the runner, no good. Rebound, fought for, comes down to Cloutier. Gets it over to Pesci. Pesci brings it down. Pesci over on that left side to Saracena. Back over to Boardman from three. No, I thought that might have a chance of coming back down, but it didn't. Rebound came down to Cruz. Over to Figueroa. Taken away briefly. She gets it back, tosses it to Cruz. In the lane, no good, but rebound on the weak side is up and in. That was a prayer that was answered by Dupuis. Or answered for Dupuis, I should say.
That ball was way up high on the glass.
Yes, it was. 26-14 in favor of the Whippets. More pressure offered up by Wyndham.
8-2 this quarter for Windham.
Yeah, Boardman almost got her foot over the line and almost had a backcourt, but she managed to dribble through. No good on the runner in the lane. Comes down to Figueroa going the other way again. Figueroa up ahead. Ainsley Dupuis blocked by Cloutier, and then Cloutier, the basket is good by Cruz. Cloutier could not get over there in time. She partially blocked the first one, but couldn't take the second one on the other side. And Wyndham has doubled up on the Centaurs, 28-14. Up ahead, they get it to Saracena. Saracena stops just inside the arc, puts it up, no good, little short. Rebound comes down to Wyndham, tied up underneath, and it'll go back over to the Whippets on the jump ball. Dupuis was fighting for it there, and a timeout. We'll take one as well, a full timeout here at Woodstock Academy, and we'll be back with more. 4:07 to go in the third, and Wyndham up by 14.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. 14-point lead for the Whippets here in game number 1 of the season.
They're converting. They're
They are.
converting on the offensive end, and Woodstock's not hitting their shots, nor are they getting second chance
and Wyndham
offensive
is.
rebounds. Yes.
Wyndham is getting hitting the offensive boards hard right now. Figueroa will bring it down the floor for the Whippets. Sadie Susie back into the ball game for Woodstock.
Regan Reynolds as well.
Yep. Boardman gets a little bit of a break there. It looked like she kind of needed one there. She was looking. Face it, you're playing in masks and you're playing your first game of the season. It's not going to be easy. You still do not have your conditioning that you need.
And I don't know how they do it. I don't know how Coach Fleeton is coaching with one on.
Agreed. And that ball was knocked away. And it looks like there's just a conversation over there. I don't know exactly what is going on. Is this a mask break? It looks like it might be a mask break, and the Centaurs are all standing out. I think it's a mask break.
Yeah, we're under 4.
Yeah, so it must be a mask break is what we have going on. It's tough because they don't really call it like that.
Right.
It's not really a timeout or anything like that. A mask break is for as long as it is deemed necessary. It's not really got a time allotted to it, and the officials get the choice of what they want to do.
Well, it gives you a timeout. And right now, neither coach is really taking advantage of that.
Well, Drew Gonzalez is talking to Figueroa a lot, and his assistant coaches are talking over here. But their team is more closer to the bench than ours, which is on the other side of the floor from Will Fleeton. And now we're set to go. But apparently Will didn't have much to say, so he let him stand out there.
Well, it's a senior-laden team.
It is.
And even the underclassmen got a lot of experience last year.
This is Sienna Ortiz, who gives it up to Addie Gonzalez. A little screen from Figueroa. She'll take the three, and she'll bury it.
Deep.
That's another 22-footer. Unbelievable. So a 31-14 lead for Windham. We said coming in that they were not to be fooled with because they are a decent team. That bounce pass went right through, last touched by Windham, remained with Woodstock Academy.
It was kicked.
Okay. Yep, that's what Peter Vitale just pointed to his foot for. Yep, got a kick there. So it goes back over to the Centaurs.
I saw that like Pete, and, other than our love for the Red Sox, there's very little we see eye to eye on.
Thrown into Cloutier. This is Saracena with the basketball right in front of us. Tried to get it to Susie, almost picked off by Dupuis. Now she's trapped in the corner. Susie has it ripped away by Gonzalez. That'll be a jump ball call from the other side, and Windham will get the benefit of the arrow.
Well, what Coach Vliet's got to work on with this team is being more aggressive.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of nice people out there.
That's not always good.
No, I mean, it is. It absolutely is. And that was a problem that I had for years. I had nice kids.
Yeah, when you have nice kids, it's, you got to have that little instinct to it.
You can be nice for the other 23 and a half hours out of the day.
Figueroa with the basketball.
What
underneath,
a pass.
Nice pass to Boyd, who puts it down. Aaliyah Boyd, wide open underneath from Figueroa.
Figueroa's pass was beautiful.
33-14. Here's Saracena quickly up ahead to Reynolds. Her jumper off the front side of the rim. Rebound came down to Berlin. Her runner won't fall. Rebound comes down to Susie. Back out in a foul against Windham. And this one will go. Yeah, Gonzalez. Gonzalez her first. Windham has literally only one person in semi-foul trouble.
Right.
Cruz with 2.
That's their first foul of this third quarter.
They didn't have many last. They only had 2, I think, last half.
3.
3. Okay. Underneath is Susie looking for someone. Boardman's back into the ball game now. Saracena, high above her head, goes over to Berlin, dribbles through, and that was kind of an off-balance shot. That loose ball was picked up by Gonzalez. Figueroa launches ahead to Busanet. Busanet wide open. Ortiz count the 2. That was nice offense.
Yes, it was. That is textbook fast break basketball.
Yep, 35-14. Susie to Reynolds. Reynolds to Susie.
Take it.
Here's Reynolds for 3. No rebound. Figueroa all by herself underneath the boards. They were expecting, I think, a long rebound, and it came down as a short one. This is Busanet with the basketball.
Well, if you're a smaller stature team, take a lot of threes.
Yeah.
Because then you get long rebounds.
Or in this case, short ones with nobody around.
Right.
Underneath, the baseline was stolen by Woodstock, and stepping on the baseline was Reynolds, much to her dismay.
Yep.
And it'll come back over to Windham. Checking in is Cruz once again, also coming back Ainsley Dupuis. 2 of them both seniors, and they are the only 2 seniors on this team. Dupuis and Cruz. Cruz will get the basketball to Busanet.
17-2 this quarter.
And there's I think
illegal screen.
Illegal screen, that's what it looked like, yep.
On 32.
Cruz will pick it up, and that's her third. That's a third on Cruz. Is it Figueroa or Cruz?
Cruz.
Okay, because that'll be her third. 30-second timeout called. We'll take one as well with the score. Windham 35 and Woodstock Academy 14.
This Lenten season, give up that so-called fish in your freezer. Instead, come to Grill 37 and enjoy fresh, hand-battered fish and chips. Join us every Friday evening from 4 to 6 from February 19th through the month of March for our Friday Fish and Chip Special. For only $12.99, you'll enjoy an amazing plate of wild-caught cod with fries, homemade coleslaw, and tartar sauce. Reserve your table today by calling Grill 37 at 860-315-5640 or enjoy at home by ordering to go. Check us out at grill37.com.
35-14 in favor of Windham, season opener for both. And Windham right now playing well in the season opener.
They look good.
They
look aggressive. They can shoot from the outside. Even though they're undersized, I don't think there's a girl on the floor right now that's over 5'6".
Well, Aaliyah Boyd is 5'7". That's what she goes
That's
as.
what she's listed
That's
at.
what she's listed at.
Right.
That's what Coach Drew Gonzalez told me before the game. She's 5'7". Cruz is 5'9". She's the only one above 5'7". Although the Centaurs don't really have that much more. No one's
right
bigger
now.
than 5'9". Reynolds is 5'9". I think she actually looks larger than that. But Boardman underneath with the basket.
That was a beautiful set out of the timeout.
35-16. They need more of it. They need to get Boardman hot and moving to get some points. She comes back as a leading scorer, 7.2 points per game. She only played 9 games last year, you may remember. Missed a lot of the season.
Injuries from volleyball, wasn't it?
Correct. This is Dupuis to Busanet.
Yeah, they're going for holding for the last shot.
Yeah, well, they're going to definitely try to take as much time off as they can. Ortiz to Dupuy at the elbow, knocked away by Berlin.
Yes!
And he'll go back over to the Centaurs as the ball came kind of bouncing into our broadcast area.
Katie Berlin gives the Centaurs exactly what they need, some dynamic defense and a turnover.
Yep, they need to get some more of those to get back in this ball game, down by 19. Reynolds to Boardman in the corner. Back out to Saracena. Down low, Boardman, turnaround Jay, no good. Rebound comes down to Dupuy, and she is fouled on the play. That might be Berlin.
It was.
That's the only person in the vicinity, so it's a safe guess.
I have zero problem with Boardman taking that shot because it's in her repertoire.
Sure.
But if she does, there's got to be somebody else from Woodstock under for the rebound.
Second foul on Berlin as Ortiz brings the ball down the floor. Final 46 seconds here of this first half.
Illegal screen.
Indeed,
good call.
It was against Windham. Matt DeZonia right in front of us making that call. It goes against, I think, was it 22 Ortiz?
Yes. And Coach Gonzalez really didn't like it. No, it's 15.
15, okay. That's
Coach Gonzalez didn't like it, but she definitely leaned.
There is no 15.
23, I'm sorry.
Boyd got the screen. That'll be the second on Boyd. As with the basketball, baseline runner, Berling just couldn't get it to fall. Reynolds on the follow, was knocked away from behind. It'll go out of bounds off of Reynolds and back to Windham.
That was some beautiful basketball. That was exactly the way you draw up the play. We just didn't finish.
Nope. That was all there was to it.
And that's what's got to happen. We've got to start finishing.
Here's Ortiz against Saracena. Ortiz, right-hand dribble, picks it up, tosses it back out. Busanet on the left side. Busanet down into the corner, knocked away, saved by Ortiz, but right into the hands of Berlin. Up ahead to Reynolds. Reynolds to Boardman. Boardman bounced pass, tried to get it back to Reynolds, and it was intercepted by Busanet. Up ahead to Ortiz. The layup is good. And that'll end the third quarter on the Ortiz layup. 37-16 in favor of Windham over Woodstock Academy. Back with the fourth in a moment.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local Connecticut high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a Connecticut high school near you. Okay, everybody, who's in?
This message presented by the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference and the Connecticut Association of Athletic Directors.
Well, we all know the team that comes out of the locker room the best likely can win a basketball game, and Windham certainly did that.
Well, going into halftime, it's 18-12. It's anybody's game. But then Windham put that quarter together, 19-4 Windham in the third quarter alone. They looked very, very dynamic.
Oh, absolutely, and they got out on the fast break a few times. Their offense was working inside. And
Addie Gonzalez hit a couple of threes.
Yeah, they had everything working. Ball was knocked away on the Boardman pass, picked up by Saracena, knocked away by Dupuy. They also do a nice job of getting in passing lanes.
Yeah, right, and they're playing the 2-3 zone.
Yep.
Which, with their limited bench, keeps them very, very fresh.
And out of foul trouble. Susie out ahead to Saracena. They were second in Division II. Well, not second, but they were second in Division I of Division II, if that makes any sense last year. Saracena misses the three, a foul underneath.
Yeah.
Will go against Windham.
There's a shooting foul.
It'll go against Ortiz. That'll be her first.
Wow, as many minutes as Ortiz has played, and as aggressively as she's played, and that's her first foul.
That's her first foul. Saracena to the free throw line.
For 3.
Peyton last year, 3.5 points a game for the Centaurs as she hits the first. Is that her first point today?
Yes, it is.
She had 1 3 a year ago, 32 rebounds, though, and 22 assists in addition to the 17 steals that we pointed out earlier. Must have been a 3-point violation. She misses the second. She'll get one more attempt here. And the free throw is up and no good. Front side rim. Cruz on the rebound. Gets it over to Figueroa. Bringing it down the floor. 7.5 to play. Big lead, 20 points for the Whippets. Ortiz high above her head against Saracena with those 3 fouls. Reached in a little. Oh, travel violation. I was a little worried because there was a little reach in there.
Right.
And as soon as the whistle blew, you almost like, oh. But no, thankfully that was not the case. Susie will go to take it out. Saracena bounce pass over to Susie. To Alexa Pishi on the left side. Up ahead, Regan Reynolds trying to get it to Saracena. Who's in the lane? Ortiz. Those long passes are just not good. Figueroa was almost in the backcourt on that one. Give it up on the runner, no good. For jumper is up by Cruz, got her own rebound back and puts up the follow. I was just looking down there because Aaliyah Cotto is in the ball game for the first time. 22-point lead for Windham as Drew Gonzalez goes to his bench a little bit. Bounce pass from Pishi. Looked inside at a foul as Regan Reynolds goes to the floor. The foul will go on Dupuis. Number 3, that is her first, I think. Yes, it is.
Team's 5th.
Yep, so they're climbing the ladder in fouls right now. Not a shooting foul, so Pishi will take it out. And again, a steal by Ortiz. They get up in the air well. They're right there where we want them to be, and Windham has just lived off those steals today.
You said it best. Hands in the passing lane.
Yep. Figueroa with the basketball.
And that's something that I didn't do at the beginning of my career, but I always charted tips. I love charting tips. I would buy lunch for the kid that had the most tips in the game.
Makes sense, doesn't it? Cotto to Figueroa. Because that's the person who's really going to, just because they're disruptive.
Right.
And you can disrupt the offense and the flow.
All you need is a tip.
Yep. Figueroa back out by the timeline.
And here we go with the
right to left. Left to right, I should say. Yep, here's the screen from Cruz up top. Figueroa goes around Boardman, drives it, puts it up. No good. Little hard rebound, Susie. Up ahead to Alexa Pishi. Pishi running it down that left side. Dribbles to the free throw line. Puts up the runner with the left hand. No good. Little hard. Rebound comes down to Ortiz. Back the other way quickly. Gives it up to Dupuis. The runner is good on the layup. Fast breaks for this team. They've been living off of him. 41-17. With the basketball is Saracena. Up ahead, Boardman. Boardman to Susie. Susie, that was a dangerous pass. Reynolds. Susie has it knocked away by who else? Ortiz. She's got a bunch of steals. I don't chart steals, but she's got a lot of them. And a layup is good for Ortiz to make it a 43-17 game. That does not shock me, shall we say. So a timeout on the floor, and we'll take a timeout as well. With the score, the Windham Whippets up on top, 43-17 over the Centaurs.
Did you know the Woodstock Academy is Connecticut's oldest coeducational high school? Now available online, A History of the Woodstock Academy, 1801 to 2016, tells the remarkable story of how the Academy continued from founding to present day and became a school of choice for 6 Connecticut towns. Over 2 centuries of records are included in a handsome 270-page hardbound dust jacket edition with historic photos and full-color illustrations. A perfect holiday gift or addition for your coffee table to display community pride in one of America's premier high schools. Details in Academy History order form at woodstockacademy.org on the Alumni Association page. Book proceeds benefit the WA Alumni Association.
I'd like to remind you, 1 of 3 today as far as broadcasts are concerned. The prep team's coming up next. Woodstock Academy taking on South Kent School. As we have some prep basketball, not 1, but 2 games coming your way. We think it's gold, then blue. It could be blue, then gold. We'll figure it out as we go along. Pishi to Saracena over on the left side. This is Susie. Back over to Saracena. Right side, Pishi. Saracena from 3. Nope. Misses on the front side. Rebound front forward. McKinnon could not get to it. Rebound by Windham. Thrown out. Tied up on the play. As Boussinet and Susie fought for it. The arrow goes to Windham. Everything goes to Windham right now. Windham is basically taking advantage of almost everything.
The team that's more aggressive wins.
Yeah, and in this case, I think Windham was the most aggressive team today.
Right.
And the steals, getting into the passing lane. Ortiz is just a problem.
Yes, absolutely. And, 6 points, no, 8 points this half for Sienna Ortiz.
Yeah.
She looks good.
Oh, definitely a player.
They're saying that the arrow wasn't switched at the beginning.
Okay, so go back over to Woodstock Academy.
Right.
So Peachy will take it out for the Centaurs. Well, at least something went their way.
Absolutely.
Not a lot has right now. Peachy with the basketball into Saracena. Saracena from 3. No, not this time. Rebound comes all the way out to the corner where it's picked up by Dupuis. Up ahead to Gonzalez, quickly to Busanet. Busanet just inside the arc. That was partially blocked, I think. Ball is tipped by Cruz out to Peachy, however. That's not her teammate. Peachy brings it up the floor. Peachy to Susie. Susie cross court. 3 for Boardman. Not this time. Peachy pulls it down, rolls on the floor. Could have been a travel, but they got a timeout out of it. Yeah. I got lucky on that one because that could have easily have been a travel violation. They kind of rolled on the floor. First of 10 games for the Centaurs this season, of course. Just a 10-game regular season. We'll be back for games 2 and 3, believe it or not. Actually, games 3 and 4 because they play on Monday. And we will be back here on Monday, by the way, broadcasting live for the boys' game against Lyman Memorial here from Woodstock Academy. And then the girls' game on Wednesday is against Plainfield. The girls' game on Friday is against Turtle Lot. So we'll have those 2 games for you. And we may even have another prep game next weekend. I'm just not sure. We're looking at all good stuff.
The teams that will be playing, we won't be playing Stonington.
Nope.
And we won't be playing Fitch or New
NFA,
London.
East Lyme, none of those.
So we'll just be playing locally.
Essentially, this is the furthest west. That either this team or Lyman is the furthest west. Griswold is the furthest south. And everybody else is up the 395 corridor.
Okay.
So that's the 10 games you're going to be playing. And then you play the regional tournament, which is the same teams. So this is essentially your season, is what it comes down to. Jumper is partially blocked. The no foul called, and underneath, was that Peachy?
It was.
On the follow?
Her first basket of the game.
43-19. I was looking almost for a foul there, but it didn't get called, and then Peachy picked it up underneath the basket. Figueroa with the basketball for Windham against Susie. Drives, puts it up, and a foul there on probably either
24.
Susie or Nunes. Yeah, I think it's, McKinnon. And it is Susie.
Wow.
Who picked it up. That is her 4th. I knew it was one of the 2. They got Susie from the side as opposed to the front by McKinnon. So Figueroa back to the free throw line. And she's been pretty adept from there.
4 for 5 on the day.
That's pretty adept.
Yep.
First one is up and good.
No baskets for Alyssa Figueroa, but
a lot of free throws.
Yeah, you're making, and you're playing at the end of the game if you're hitting your free throws.
Oh, absolutely. Hits them both. So a 44-19. Yes, 45-19.
45.
Yep. They didn't switch the board on me yet. I was too quick. Saracena inside. Boardman passed it to try to get it underneath to McKinnon. It went by her and out of bounds, and back over to Windham. Mask break is what they've called for, with 3:59 to play. And this time the Centaurs will go over and talk to Coach a little bit anyway. And it is necessary. But again, going back to what Will Fleeton said at the beginning of the game, in the pregame, was kind of funny that, I just like to see their smiles.
Right.
I mean, the smiles in their eyes.
To play.
The smiles in their eyes, because you can't see the smile.
When was the last time you played?
Last March something. Is what it comes down to. Or actually, was it last February or March? I think the girls may have made it to March because they did play one state tournament game.
Right.
The girls did. So I think they were in March or maybe late February. And until then, till now, which is late February, we should technically be either in the ECC tournament or state tournament right now. And instead, we're at game number 1. And everything is going to end by about March 12th to the 15th. And then you have your regional tournament, and then spring sports start.
And that's if nobody...
Yeah, if we don't have issues.
Right.
No pandemic protocol, as I like to call it, being called on anyone for that matter. Because it's not only could it happen to your team, it could happen to your opponents.
Or a referee,
or
as we saw with UConn.
Or someone in a building,
right.
And you got another problem, and you don't have any games. And that's just the way it works. Busanet into the corner. Dupuis gets it out of there. Over to Gonzalez. This is Busanet, who will dribble around the top of the key. Over to Cruz in the left corner, back over to Figueroa. They might want to, kind of waste a little time here, I guess you could say, when you're up by as many as they are, almost 30 points.
But Woodstock's not taking any time off defensively.
Busanet was fouled as she went to the lane. Might be McKinnon on this one. Nope, it was not. It was Saracena, I think. I think he had the 4 fingers up there.
Yep.
That'll be her 4th. And
so next
only
week,
5th on the team.
Next week when we're calling games, are we going to talk about government and politics?
Why would we be doing that for?
Because you're going to be teaching a class in government and politics at Woodstock Academy.
I will be, indeed. Missing underneath was Ortiz. She gets her own rebound. Yeah, that's going to be fun. For a couple of weeks anyway, back in the classroom, which I've done for a long time, over a long period of years, although people may not know that. But I was a teacher for a long time, and or at least probably the best way of putting it, long-term substitute teacher for a long time.
And now you get to do it again.
And I get to do it again here. And next year we're going to have a sport communication class. So I hope
Nice.
everybody signs up for that. Alexa Pichi's jumper is no good. Rebound came down to Cruz. We get a foul underneath.
No.
Oh,
Out of bounds. Just out of bounds.
Pointing the other way. So Ortiz will take it out. I was too hepped up out of sport communication to watch. That'll be fun, though.
Emma Corsu checked into the game for Woodstock.
Saracena comes up to defend the inbounds pass. Off the inbounds by Alyssa Liebzak. Hope I get that right. With the basketball is Gonzalez. Gonzalez dribbles right between 2 defenders. Did she travel? Jump ball. Oh, okay. Jump ball. That was a quick jump ball.
Pichi got a hold of it.
Okay. And it'll stay with Windham. And also coming into the ball game for Woodstock Academy now is number 11, Sarah Saria Cotillo.
And she is one of the nicest human beings, best students I've had in a very, very long time.
That is great to hear. Boyd was blocked on the play by Emma Corsu. Back come the Centaurs. Saracena quickly up ahead to McKinnon. Bounce pass to Saracena, back to McKinnon. Little catch over there in the corner. McKinnon, right hand in the lane, no good. Rebound out by Nunes, tossed up by McKinnon. Did the basket go?
No, it did not.
It did not. I thought I saw it tickled the twine, but a foul. And it'll be a shooting
20.
foul. Yep.
Boussanet.
I was watching the play up front, so Boussanet gets her first. And to the free throw line goes Layla McKinnon, 5'6" sophomore. McKinnon's free throw is up and no good. Have one more attempt here. As checking into the ball game for Windham is at 25. I just saw come in. Aaliyah Cotto comes back into the ball game as the bench is kind of empty a little bit. Rebound off the missed free throw. Came down to Nunes, back to McKinnon. McKinnon in the lane, puts it up and good. Little hook, baby hook.
Baby hook.
45-21 in favor of Windham.
Shades of Kareem.
I was doing some basketball. You ever have those trading cards you had as a kid?
Yeah.
I have a bunch of them at home, and I was finally putting them all in, those sheets and everything like that, trying to keep them better. There was a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar card there.
Yep.
There's a runner by Saracena. Missed the layup. Rebound comes down to Liebzak, going the other way. Final 2 minutes here of this ball game, and a timeout will be called by Drew Gonzalez.
Full timeout.
We'll take one as well. With the score, Woodstock Academy right now trailing the Windham Whippets by the score of 45-21.
Being a teenager is tough. There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do Connecticut's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference and the Connecticut Association of Athletic Directors.
Welcome back. A minute 55 to play. 45-21 here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Boussanet goes right around Cotillo, misses the layup, however. And the rebound comes down to McKinnon. McKinnon dribbles down the floor. Stops, pops from 3. Oh, a little hard. Backside rim. Rebound comes down to Figueroa, who will trot it down the floor. For good reason when you're up by 24. Take your time, as Coach would say. You don't need to take a lot of shots here. Figueroa with the basketball over on the right side. Top of the key, Liebezek. Actually, no, that's not Liebezek. That's Cotto.
But what you do when you're up
Ball
this
knocked
much,
away by Nunes.
what you do when you're up this much is you work on things. You work on your half-court offense. You work on your passing.
Yep.
You work on getting the players that don't play as much some time with some players that do, because you don't know what's going to happen. This is game one.
That's why Cotto and Liebezek are out there right now for Windham, and Catillo and McKinnon, and who else would be qualified in there were not starters. Emma Corsu is not a starter for the Centaurs. Get them out there and get some playing time as well at the varsity level. And you only have 10 games this year, too. Right. That's the other thing you got to work at. Figueroa threw that one over the top of Cruz and out of bounds, back over to Woodstock Academy.
But one rolled ankle, and who knows?
Correct.
Who knows who's going to be in the starting lineup?
That's the one thing about this year. And the other thing is, you're not really, face it, you're not playing for a state tournament, you're not playing for a divisional title. You're playing to play.
Right.
And you'll be enjoying yourself. Saracena from three, she got that one. Peyton Saracena on the three. 45-24 in favor of Windham. Final 41 seconds of this one.
There's no quit. There is no quit.
Nope. As with the basketball, Figueroa. Nice job by Woodstock Academy to hang in there and not really hang their heads, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Instead, but still playing tight D and still kind of making it difficult on Windham in the final 20 seconds, despite being down by a lot. With the basketball is Cotto, and that was a travel violation. Tried to spin around McKinnon and picked up the pivot foot in so doing.
And Woodstock was playing defense 35 feet away from the basket. I like it.
Saracena coming off that three-pointer, gives it down floor, just inside the arc. The jumper no good for Nunes. And the rebound comes down to Figueroa. Last 5 seconds, doesn't really have to do a lot with it. She'll fire it down court. Cruz will put up the shot. The basket is going to go. So you count the basket at the buzzer.
That's not great.
Well,
but that's okay.
That's okay. Because of the fact they probably didn't even realize how less time there was, to be honest. 47-24, the win for Windham over Woodstock. Season opener for both. And we'll come back just to have a little wrap-up for you, and also some final stats from Greg Smith right after this.
This Lenten season, give up that so-called fish in your freezer. Instead, come to Grill 37 and enjoy fresh, hand-battered fish and chips. Join us every Friday evening from 4 to 6 from February 19th through the month of March for our Friday Fish and Chip Special. For only $12.99, you'll enjoy an amazing plate of wild-caught cod with fries, homemade coleslaw, and tartar sauce. Reserve your table today by calling Grill 37 at 860-315-5640 or enjoy at home by ordering to go. Check us out at grill37.com.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. Final was 47-24 in favor of Windham over Woodstock Academy. And our final stats, courtesy of Mr. Greg Smith.
Well, for the Windham Whippets, the victorious side, Ainsley Dupuis with 4, Addie Gonzalez with 10, Skyline Busanet
yes,
with 3, Sienna Ortiz led the team with 15, Leah Boyd with 2, Haley Cruz with 7, and Allison Figueroa with 6. That's 47.
Alyssa,
excuse me. To all the Figueroas out there, I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
That's 47 points for the Windham Whippets. For Woodstock Academy and Coach Will Fleeton, Alexa Pesci had 2, Peyton Saracena had 4, Reagan Reynolds had 3, her first varsity points for the freshmen. Sadie Susi had 2, Alex Cloutier had 2, Caitlin Berlin had 3. Lila McKinnon had 2. And Arissa Boardman led the team with 6, 24 points for Woodstock.
So, and obviously not much, no one wants to see in your first game. You never want to see an L, but by the same token, it was your first game of the season.
Right.
And Windham was a pretty good opponent.
Right. And what you're seeing is out of Woodstock that I think Coach Fleeton should take with him is a no-quit attitude.
Absolutely.
They came out hesitant in both the first and the third quarters, and that was their doom. Windham was very, very aggressive in both the first and the third. Woodstock whittled away at that deficit in the second quarter, but the third quarter, the 19-3 quarter, they couldn't come back from that in one quarter, and that's what put it away.
That's what put it away for the Whippets, who go to 1-0 on the season. The Centaurs fall to 0-1. So we've completed the first of our triple header.
2 to go.
2 to go. Yeah, you ready to do 2 more?
Put away the girls' balls, get out the guys' balls, let's play.
And we're going to play from the college lanes, too, because we have South Kent School coming in to take on Woodstock Academy prep basketball teams. First game is around 2:30 or so we'll be back about in an hour to broadcast that one, and we'll have 2 games in a row of prep basketball for you. So we're going to take a little break. We deserve that much. And when we come back, we have prep basketball for you. For Greg Smith, I'm Mark Allard. Final score, Windham 47, Woodstock Academy 24. See you in about an hour.